diaphragmatic breathing. When it comes to diaphragmatic breathing, the aim is to breathe lower than what most people tend to do. So most people tend to, when they're breathing, breathe kind of from the chest or the upper chest. So especially if we're feeling anxious or stressed, or if you've had a pregnancy, and generally with all pregnancies, the bump pushes kind of everything up the way, so it makes it more difficult for the diaphragm to function. So therefore the kind of like tendency is to breathe kind of higher up. But when it comes to rehabilitation, we want to breathe lower down. So the diaphragmatic breathing, I'm just going to go back a wee bit so you can see, is basically kind of like you're breathing, but you're breathing into the sides. So you can pop your hands, feel for the ribs, kind of the bony bits, and then put your hands on your side. And as you breathe in through your nose, you should feel your hands expanding out the way. So again, it's kind of opposite to what most people kind of expect or what most people are doing in their kind of day-to-day. So as you breathe in, the arms should go out, and as you breathe out through the mouth, the diaphragm and the sides of the ribs come back in. So pop your hands on your sides and take a breath in through the nose and then out through the mouth. So at the moment you're not thinking about tummy muscles or pelvic floor or anything, you're just using the breath. And actually the body will do what it needs to do as you breathe in and then out. And one more breath in and then out. And when you're doing this, what you should also find is your tummy goes out a little bit and then it kind of falls back in. So it flops, or if your tummy, for example, is a little balloon, it's kind of filling up with a little bit of air and then it's kind of deflating a wee bit, for example. So that is what diaphragmatic breathing is. And when it comes to the pelvic floor and rehabilitation, often physiotherapists will start with the breathing, and that is because the diaphragm and the pelvic floor are intrinsically linked. So if you know what a piston is, the diaphragm and pelvic floor essentially kind of work like that. So as you breathe in, there's that kind of lowering or downward movement, and as you breathe out, there's a lift. So what we want to do is use that breathing and engage it and work with it when we're doing the rehabilitation. If you have ever done a class like Pilates, that's the type of breathing that we often use when it comes to rehabilitation as well. So that is a little explanation as to what diaphragmatic breathing is and how to do it.